Welcome. My name is Mr. Chuck from Black Hawk State Park, and today we're going to be talking about something that helps animals stay alive called adaptations. Some of these animals have many adaptations. First one is one I'm sure everybody's familiar with. This is an animal called a chipmunk. What the chipmunk does is it has an adaptation of having cheek pockets as swell. When it's out in the fall gathering up its food of seeds and nuts for the winter, the chipmunk stuffs these seeds and nuts in his cheek pockets and then takes them back to its underground home. It can hold as many as 75 sunflower seeds or 12 big acorns all at the same time. Another animal that has adaptation of cheek pockets is the gopher. So the chipmunk's pockets are different because they're on the inside. The gopher's pockets are on the outside of the mouth, because this little opening right here is the mouth. Pocket gopher has another adaptation. It has this bare tail, so when it's in its burrow and the predator comes in that burrow after it, if the gopher wants to back up quickly, it can use that tail to probe and see where it's going. Another animal that you're familiar with is our friend the bat. And the bat has a couple adaptations. You've probably heard the term blind as a bat. Well, bats have eyes, they can see, they just don't have very good eyesight. They depend more on their sense of sound. They send out a loud, high-pitched noise, and that bounces off, and they can hear that and find their food or find obstacles when they're flying around. They also have an adaptation of having this flat tail. And when a bat wants to catch an insect, it flies along, grabs that insect by bending its flat tail into an insect net. This is the skunk. And the skunk has an adaptation that gives it its ability to protect itself, the bad odor that it gives off. Not only can the skunk spray, but if the animal is far away, the skunk has the adaptation of changing its nozzle so that spray comes out in a thin stream and hits the animal far away. Groundhog has the adaptation of being able to go out in the fall and just eat and eat and eat and store all that food inside its body for its winter hibernation. Here's a special bird called the hummingbird. Hummingbird has an adaptation of being able to fly, move its wings, not up and down, but kind of like a helicopter in a back and forth. And that adaptation allows the hummingbird to hover in place and also fly backwards. And the beaver has a special adaptation. When it's swimming, it has the adaptation of having these flat feet to help it swim. Or if it spots danger and it wants to warn its friends, it takes this flat tail and hits that against the water. And if a beaver wants to cut down trees, it has a special adaptation of having these front incisor cutting teeth for cutting through the wood. And the starling has a special adaptation. It likes to eat insects that are in the ground. And to get those insects out of the ground, it sticks its beak in the ground, and then it does something we call gapping. It just pulls that beak apart, and then it makes that opening and get the insect. A turtle, that is one that has a couple special adaptations. It has no teeth, so it has the adaptation of having very strong, powerful jaws. So if it wants to get some food or if it wants to protect itself, it just snaps. And so it's called the snapping turtle. And the weasel looks like this during the warm weather. When the winter comes, it has the adaptation of being able to grow a brand new fur coat. It's white like the snow. Here's another group of birds, and since they're birds of prey or raptors, that means they have certain adaptations This is a hawk, this is an owl, and this is the eagle. They have a curved, sharp beak for tearing their food. They also have the adaptation of having special feet called talons that help them grab their food. Snakes cannot close their eyes. They don't have any eyelids to close their eyes. So one special adaptation a snake has, it has eye caps that cover the eyes to protect the eyes. When it swallows something or wants to swallow something, it can swallow something twice as wide as its head by not only opening up the front part of its mouth, but also opening up the back part of the mouth and unhinging the lower jaws. So that's a special adaptation that all snakes have. Thank you for watching, and be sure and follow us on our Black Hawk State Historic Site website and Facebook. You can keep up to date with all the things that are happening, and really we'd like to extend an invitation for you to come and visit us firsthand. Just explore nature and be a part of it and take advantage of this fantastic wonder of the Quad Cities.